because you wanted to get a train ran on you by 15 different guys in a Muslim country of which you knew could risk your freedom. I just like, is the money really that worth it?
The adult star, who's 26, was hauled into custody alongside 17 male tourists between the ages of 19 and 40 years old for allegedly making material, which is banned by Indonesia's strict morality laws. Her trip to Bali was advertised on her social media as a chance for young Australians on graduation celebrations known as
15? Nah, let me chill. I say what's good YouTube, it's your boy 3 Stacks. Say what's good YouTube, it's your boy 3 Stacks. What's good YouTube? It's time to react. And if you know who this is, you are a certified gooner. I don't know who she is. I ain't gonna lie, I don't know who she is, but it says she's facing 15 years in jail for OF content. I mean, that's pretty self-explanatory, so without further ado, let's get right into it.
Star Bonnie Blue faces up to 15 years in jail after being detained over bus stunt in Bali. And guys, Bali is located in Indonesia, and Indonesia is an Asian country. And another thing people don't realize is that Indonesia is a Muslim country. I believe like the largest Muslim country in the world, or if not the most densely populated in general. And over there, they take their laws pretty seriously when it comes to filming X-rated content, of which this young lady, she's 25 by the way, hard to believe she's actually Gen Z, but she decided to callously and coldly disregard the law in that Muslim country, and now she's facing the consequences of her actions.
British star Bonnie Blue could face up to 15 years in prison following her shock arrest in Bali last week, but legal experts have warned of her likely true fate. Experts say the controversial model will probably face deportation and a lifelong ban from entering Indonesia and could be detained until January or February next year.
And guys, I just gotta say, you already understand the laws of Muslim countries, right? If you're going to a Muslim country, you all already understand that they have specific faiths and beliefs in Islam, and in the Quran, I believe, is the book that they read from. They have certain tenets and principles. Why would you then go to a Muslim country on vacation and on, you know, business, I suppose, because she does what she does. By the way, she's the same girl who slept with like over 1,000 guys in one day. Remember that video I made? Not sure.
What? That's the thing? Bro, you're lying. 1,000? How do you even... Bro, it's hard to sleep with one. How you...
If it's still up or not. And then by the end of it, everybody was sick, like literally physically sick. The cameraman was disgusted. She was crying. People were asking if she was okay. It was a whole mess. But I just gotta say, why would you...
Like, if you were this emotional, why even do it? Did she get like a prize or anything? Or was she just doing this for like leisure?
Risk 15 years in jail or prison in an Indonesian prison. We all already know that how Thailand's prisons are and a lot of other Asian prisons are. Why would you risk that? Because you wanted to get a train ran on you by 15 different guys in a Muslim country of which you knew could risk your freedom. I just like, is the money really that worth it?
The adult star, who's 26, was hauled into custody alongside 17 male tourists between the ages of 19 and 40 years old for allegedly making material, which is banned by Indonesia's strict morality laws. Her trip to Bali was advertised on her social media as a chance for young Australians on graduation celebrations known as
15? Nah, let me chill. Let me chill. But gang, 15? That's crazy.
schoolies to meet her as part of her bus tour.
What?
Tour? You're doing I'm Getting Crushed tour? Bro. Yo, this is a lot, gang.
You're telling me the participants of this bus tour are called schoolies. And apparently, according to Google, schoolies is a popular Australian tradition where year 12 high school graduates, which are basically seniors here, celebrate the end of their exams with week-long holidays, often involving parties, festivals, and travels to destinations like the Gold Coast, Byron Bay, Fiji, or Bali. And for these, I guess, high school seniors who were 18, she invited them to Bali for them to do what they were doing to her while still being technically in high school. That's crazy work, I'm not gonna lie. But according to this article from the New York Post, they say police in Bali have yet to release additional information following the arrest last week of controversial OnlyFans model Bonnie Blue and 17 male tourists, including 15 Australians who have since been released on suspicion of breaching Indonesia's strict anti-graph laws. If prosecuted and found guilty under the law, Blue, whose real name is Tia Billinger, and who gained fame for having adult contact with 1,057 men in 12 hours in a documentary about her career, faces up to 15 years imprisonment in Indonesia and fines up to 6 billion rupiah, I believe, which is their currency, approximately $541,000 converted into USD, which are the maximum penalties. A large cache of items including professional video cameras, mountains of contraceptives, and erectile dysfunction drugs, which is for the male organ. To get it up, a small blue light pickup truck with the words, and I quote, Bonnie Blue's Bang Bus painted across the front and side, in addition to the content creator's own Instagram account in which she can be seen soliciting school-age teenagers over the age of 18, so basically 18-year-olds, possibly 19-year-olds if you stayed back a grade, for rated content activities, were seized by police in Bali following a tip from a concerned citizen or citizens.
I'm not trying to be that guy, but as far as like her messing with the, you know what I'm saying, with the schoolies, let's just say I know for a fact that if Bonnie Blue was a Brandon Blue, man.
So multiple people were under the suspicion that Bonnie Blue was there for nefarious purposes and reported them under their law to the authorities and said, yeah, you're not doing that here in our country. Fuck all that. Seems as though that a couple of Indonesian citizens may have known who she was and, you know, was not going to let that fly in their community. And here's a snap photo of Bonnie Blue, aka Tila Dillinger, doing shots with schoolies in Bali. And guys, before anybody in the comment section is confused, obviously in different countries and different cultures, the age of drinking or the age of consent will be different than that of the laws here in America. Obviously 21 here in America, but go up to Canada, 18, I believe Mexico, 18. Pretty much the rest of the world, it's like 16 to 18. And America is kind of, in terms of our age of majority, way behind everyone else. I believe decades ago, it used to be in terms of our age of majority.
You can't drink at all here? Dang.
Way behind everyone else. I believe decades ago it used to be 18 here as well, but Americans for some reason couldn't handle their liquor, and yeah, politicians voted to increase the age of majority to 21 for drinking and 18 federally for everything else. So I say all that to say that everything that she did with these young men is completely legal according to Australian law and Indonesian law, aside from filming the content that she was trying to film. However, aside from that segue, back to the article, they say, but according to Philo Delano, a managing partner at the PNB Immigration, a law firm in Jakarta specializing in helping foreigners deal with the Indonesian immigration and legal matters, if found guilty, they say Blue will probably be deported and banned from ever entering Indonesia again, meaning she can't go back to Bali, rather than prosecuted and imprisoned, because it would probably cost them more money. They don't want her in their country. They don't want her in their country, obviously. It's not worth it. And here we can see a massive bus rounding up all the young men into the back of the truck, bringing them away. The photo looks kind of weird. I don't know why it looks kind of AI-ish, but I'm just going to assume distortion, maybe some upscaling issues here. But yeah, man, I mean, obviously any young man is going to take the chance if they're already, you know, in a dry spell. They're not going to pass up the chance to get some free, how should I say this? Actually, I don't think I want to say it, but you guys understand what.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, bro. I mean, it's crazy, but like, is it really? Like, man, like, I ain't gonna lie, man. Like, if I was 18 and in high school, bro, and Tiana Trump, right, hit me up, I was like, yo, come on this tour with me, you know what I'm saying? You'll get, you know what I'm saying? You'll be on the Bang Bus. I don't know if I would turn down that offer. I don't know, gang. I mean, of course, like for my standards and my morals and stuff like that, like I couldn't be on camera and stuff, and I had to probably wear long sleeve because of the tats. But like, I do it for the plot. I ain't gonna lie, I do it for the plot.
I'm trying to say here. Here we have another snapshot of Bonnie Blue here in this light blue dress. They say Bonnie Blue was detained by police in Bali over her bang bus stunt. Another photo of Bonnie Blue here. Not sure if this was taken in Indonesia or just pulled off her Instagram. Here we have one top comment from Buddy the Pup. He says, I don't understand the hate. She's an incredible actress and has won awards for her performances. Her movies are well produced and the casting of her co-stars and supporting cast are among the best in the business. Gotta love the sarcasm. Another person said she'll be crying and begging the State Department to intervene for her, and I hope they say no. She knew the rules and flaunted them. Actions have consequences. Yes, indeed they do. Another person said her soul has completely disappeared from her eyes. Another person said looks like Bonnie Blue, the wrong people. Randy said she is so nasty. Barry said that is a hard 26. She looks like the crypt keeper. Dawood said the woman is a living succubus. Raymond said 26. She looks like she's 40. And Chris or Curse said a national disgrace. While we are trying to protect women and girls. Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, we live in very strange times. The fall of society is here, and I'm sitting here on the sidelines, commentating, making money off of this disastrous downfall of society. Another person said 26. She looks like she's 46. That lifestyle is literally taking years off her life. Yeah, it's crazy. Someone else said 26. She looks 56. Now, I wouldn't go that far. But if someone told me that this was a 35-year-old woman right here, married with a couple of kids, I would believe them. Yeah. It's genuinely not too hard to believe. But ladies and gentlemen, let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. What do you think about?
But yeah, bro, I ain't gonna lie, bro. Bonnie Blue, can't do it. Like, and it's crazy, bro. Like, a lot of film stars, like ones especially who've been in the game for like a long time, they have that like tired look on their face. Like they like it's like they aged 10 years, and it's like, man, hey man, if you want to age, bro, you know what you need to do, bro. If you got a baby face and you want to, you know what I'm saying, mature up your face, you know what to do. Just saying. But without further ado, thank y'all for watching it to the end of the video. It's your boy 3 Stacks. You know I keep it 3,000. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe. I love y'all, and on to the next one. Peace.
I got big packs coming on the way. I got big stacks coming out to save. I got Lil Max with me, he the way. It's a big gap between us in the game. In the next life, I'm trying to stay paid. When I die, put my money